welcome to our exploration of Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun. Let's dive into some fascinating facts about this swift and mysterious world. You know, we humans have always been fascinated by the cosmos. Ancient civilizations tracked the movement of celestial objects, and today we continue to explore the universe with ever-increasing curiosity. And among the countless wonders of our solar system, Mercury holds a special place, a tiny world of extremes shaped by its proximity to our star. So, buckle up, space fans, as we embark on a journey to uncover the secrets of this fascinating planet. Mercury is the ultimate sunbather of our solar system, orbiting closer to the Sun than any other planet. Now, you might think that makes it the hottest planet around, but that honor actually goes to Venus, thanks to its runaway greenhouse effect. Still, Mercury gets a whopping 7 times more sunlight than we do here on Earth. Imagine the sunburn you could get, and because of its proximity to the Sun's gravitational pull, Mercury zips around our star at an astonishing speed, nearly 29 miles per second. That's so fast that it completes an orbit in just 88 Earth days. Talk about a quick year. Here's a cosmic brain teaser. On Mercury, a day is longer than its year. Yup, you heard that right. It takes Mercury 59 Earth days to rotate once on its axis, which is what we call a day. But as we just learned, it only takes 88 Earth days for it to orbit the Sun, which is its year. So imagine celebrating your birthday every 88 days, but having to wait almost twice as long for sunrise to sunset. This bizarre day-night cycle is due to Mercury's slow rotation combined with its fast orbit. It's like a cosmic dance where the planet takes 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Remember how Mercury gets blasted by the Sun? Well, without a thick atmosphere like Earth's to regulate temperatures, things get pretty extreme on this little planet. We're talking scorching hot during the day, reaching a sizzling 800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to melt lead. But as soon as the sun sets, temperatures plummet to a bone-chilling minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than the coldest temperatures ever recorded on Earth. This dramatic temperature swing is the most extreme in our entire solar system. So, if you're planning a trip to Mercury, pack both your swimsuit and your parka. Over billions of years, Mercury has taken quite a beating from asteroids and comets. And without an atmosphere to slow them down, these space rocks have left their mark. The result? A surface covered in craters, some small, some massive. One of the most impressive is the Caloris Basin, a colossal impact crater spanning 960 miles wide. To give you a sense of scale, that's roughly the size of the continental United States. But Mercury's surface isn't just a collection of craters, it also features towering cliffs called scarps, formed as the planet cooled and contracted over time, and then there are the smooth plains, likely created by ancient volcanic eruptions. It's a rugged ancient landscape, shaped by both impacts and internal forces. Don't let Mercury's small size fool you. This planet is surprisingly dense. That's because it's mostly made up of a massive iron core. In fact, the core makes up about 85% of Mercury's radius, leaving just a thin outer layer of rock called the mantle and crust. To put it in perspective, if you were to slice Mercury in half, it would look like a giant metal ball with a thin, rocky shell. This unusual composition suggests that Mercury might have lost much of its outer layers early in its history, perhaps due to a giant impact. Compared to Earth's bustling atmosphere, Mercury's is practically non-existent. It's so thin that scientists call it an exosphere rather than a true atmosphere. This exosphere is made up of atoms that are constantly being blasted off Mercury's surface by the solar wind, a stream of charged particles from the Sun. It's a tenuous mix of elements like oxygen, sodium, and potassium, constantly being replenished and blown away. You wouldn't expect a planet with such a thin atmosphere to have a global magnetic field, but Mercury throws us another curveball. It's true, Mercury has a magnetic field, and while it's only about 1% as strong as Earth's, it's still pretty impressive for such a small planet. Scientists believe this magnetic field is generated by the movement of molten iron within Mercury's massive core, a process known as a dynamo. This magnetic field acts as a shield, protecting Mercury from the full brunt of the solar wind. A lonesome planet, no moons or rings. Unlike some of the other planets in our solar system, Mercury is a bit of a loner. It doesn't have any moons or rings to keep it company. This lack of companions is likely due to Mercury's close proximity to the Sun. The Sun's powerful gravity makes it difficult for Mercury to hold on to any celestial objects that might wander too close. So, while other planets boast impressive systems of moons and rings, Mercury stands alone, a solitary world in the inner solar system. Unveiling Mercury's secrets, missions and observations. Studying Mercury from Earth is no easy feat. Its close proximity to the Sun makes it difficult to observe with telescopes, and the intense heat and solar radiation pose significant challenges for spacecraft. But that hasn't stopped us from trying to unlock its secrets. In the 1970s, NASA's Mariner 10 spacecraft made history as the first to visit Mercury, capturing the first close-up images of its cratered surface. Then in the 2000s, NASA's Messenger spacecraft spent 4 years orbiting Mercury, providing a wealth of data about its composition, geology and magnetic field, and the exploration continues. The European Space Agency and Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency have teamed up for the Bepi-Colombo mission, which is currently on its way to Mercury to study its surface and environment in even greater detail. Celestial alignment transits of Mercury. Every now and then, Mercury puts on a special show for us here on Earth. It's called a transit, and it happens when Mercury passes directly between Earth and the Sun. During a transit, Mercury appears as a small black dot moving across the face of the Sun. These events are relatively rare, occurring about 13 or 14 times per century. While transits are visually stunning, they're also scientifically valuable. By observing how Mercury blocks the Sun's light, astronomers can learn more about Mercury's orbit and even study the Sun's atmosphere. Mercury, a world of wonder. Thanks for joining us on this journey to Mercury. We've explored its scorching temperatures, its cratered surface, its massive iron core, and its wispy exosphere. From its swift orbit around the Sun to its surprisingly strong magnetic field, Mercury is a planet of extremes, a testament to the incredible diversity of our solar system. So the next time you gaze up at the stars, take a moment to appreciate this tiny world, a celestial dancer, forever locked in a gravitational embrace with our star. Stay tuned for more exciting explorations of our solar system.